Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome. It's King Gabriel, spiritual teacher, practitioner, best selling author, and co founder of the Ascension Academy of Light. And I'm here today to talk about this lovely topic. The topic is the secret behind the secret of the secret, right? So, obviously, it's meant to be funny, right? But we're going to go through this either way in a way that empowers you. That's what it's about here, right? So everyone knows about the secret by now. If you don't, then maybe you just missed the last 10 years of life or 12 years or even more of that, right? It's been around for even longer than that, up to 50 years, but they just brought it up in this special way and packaged it so that everybody knows now. So it's not a secret anymore, is it? But anyway, the secret itself is this. The secret is that you can change your life by thinking thoughts that allow you to feel a specific way that sends out a signal to the universe and brings back what you desire to you. Okay, and that's the long version, right? So that's the secret. Now that you know that's the secret, the how, right? The behind the secret is that you can move into the state you'd like to through methods like visualization or using your visualization to feel into a specific scenario that would have you feel the way you would feel if that was true, right? Which then leads you to that outcome as well. Now we're going to go a step deeper, right? And here's the deeper step. It's so obvious that it's liable to be missed by people because they've gone so far in the other direction. So let's just talk about this for a quick second. If you were an athlete or someone training towards some sort of event that was important to you, like a person who wants to run a marathon for the first time, for instance, they have a choice, right? They can sit down and not miss their Netflix series that they want to watch, right? Or not miss going out and eating with friends at a restaurant, like a whole bunch of food, right? That they know would make them more challenged to run that marathon, right? Or, there's the other part of the choice, or they could choose right then to move towards at least getting outside and starting to run, even if it's slow, doing a little work, right? And that's it right there, the work part, right? But not the work part in the way that you think. If you look at everybody who's great, everybody who has gone through something in their life that's led them to be successful, whether it be athletic prowess, some sort of mental achievement, right, or some other form of achievement in life, business or financial, any of that, and you ask them how they got there, they will not tell you that I got there by sitting on my couch watching Netflix. You will not hear that, right? No harm against Netflix here. I'm just saying that's an option, right? It's something most people want to do because it's enjoyable, right? But that's the key right there. What is really enjoyable for us? We got to question that and look at what is that? Because the thing that's enjoyable for us is the thing that we value most. If we value this sort of free time and being able to relax and have the smiles and the giggles, then yes, that's the perfect thing to do for that. But if you really value headed towards that goal of serving, helping, moving a bigger audience, or impacting the world in a beneficial way, then the thing that would be beneficial for you or the thing that would be enjoyable for you would be moving towards that because you start to feel better. So this is the little hack right here. The work that you do must not be work that is in vain. It cannot just be random work, right? It has to be work that you see. This is the key here, that you see as meaningful. If it's not meaningful to you, then it's not meaningful at all. If it's meaningful to you, then inside it moves you closer to feeling like it's getting done. So the mind is moving closer to the goal instead of further away from the goal, right? And this is key because some people go and they do side jobs and they do this and they do a hustle here, hustle there. I know a lot of people who like to, oh, you just do the hustle. They can't knock the hustle, like they say, right? So they keep hustling, right? But if you're hustling and what you're actually feeling is that you're always trying to catch up or you're always behind, then your hustle is in vain because you'll be hustling, right? And not feeling in the mind like you're moving closer towards that goal, which does not move you closer to the goal. In fact, it has you feel like you're moving further away from the goal, like you're always trying to catch up. So this is something to catch, right? Catch it with me now. If you want your hustle to matter, in your mind, your hustle has to be linked to the outcome that you desire so that you have joy in doing that hustle because you know it's something that's leading you to where you want to go, right? It's far easier to get somebody to do something if they're willing to do it, than to force yourself or another person to do something, right? So this is the key. It's yourself you're working with here. And this is why work is inevitable. You must do work. In this universe, there is work to be done. In this experience, in this realm, there's work to be done. It could be physical work. But here's the trick with the physical work. The physical work looks like it's getting you there. And yes, it does prepare you to a certain level. But what happens as you do the physical work is the pieces come together and you start to realize in your mind, oh, this is possible. Oh, this is probable. Oh, this is going to happen. So you're moving yourself steps closer to the goal by doing the work. This is why people like athletes who get out there and work every day, they grind every day, they grind, they do their grind. They become more confident because they know they're working on the things that matter to them to reach that goal. So then they feel stronger, better. And then when race day comes, they're not relying on that one lucky race. They're relying on the fact that they did thousands and thousands of times of that race, right? Already. So that when they get to that point, it's just like, this is just another day. I have all the points together. I'm just doing this all out. And there will still be some nervousness and all that, but there'll be a greater sense of confidence to step and to do that thing. And this is why work is necessary. Now, that could be physical work, but there's also mental work, right? Which is still work. Don't think it's any less, right? Mental work is work too. Whether you're visualizing or you're planning and you sit down there and you do whatever it takes, you set up a mastermind and you start working with people to get it done. That's work, right? It's less work than physical work, but it's still work because you have to direct your mind and direct your energy into where you want to go. And that is work, right? So there's no escaping work. And this is the secret. Do not try to escape any work because the work that you do is actually the stuff that moves you in the direction that you'd like to and makes you feel more confident in doing it. And furthermore, reinforces the skills that you need to get where you want to go, right? Because the more you work on it, the more competent you feel in that area and the more skillful you are in general. So then you're more equipped, you're more worthy in your own mind of accepting that reward, right? That reward, the secret, right? So this is the work behind the work or the secret behind the secret of the secret, right? That's the step further. And I know it sounds normal. It sounds like, oh yeah, it's just work. No, listen carefully. I'll say it one more time so we hear it. It's not just work. It's work that's guided in a direction that is in alignment with your goal. So you feel like the goal is being achieved. I'll give you a direct example. For the marathon runner, it would be getting up and running a little bit, getting the feel, getting the rhythm of their stride, getting the breathing together and working with that. Yes, you're working with that on that level, but it makes you feel more competent. So on the day when all the adrenaline and everything is going and you're on a high, and it's a totally different race on that day anyway, at least you know in the back of your mind that you've built up enough of something that could give you a little edge than where you were before, right? So that makes a difference to you mentally. And so your results are different. If you're a person that's doing business, etc., and you're working towards a specific goal, you get that goal together and you start taking steps that move towards that goal, right? You set up your group, you set up your posts in a specific way, you set up your marketing or your offer in a specific way, and all of these different things, right? You do things like that because that leads you to seeing it as possible, probable, done, right? So this is the secret behind the secret of the secrets, and it's work. Yes, it's work. Good old fashioned work, right? But it doesn't have to look like laborious work. It could look like joyful work. It could look like work that moves you in a direction where you feel as if, yes, I am now ready to step into this fully, right? I started off this by saying I'm a spiritual practitioner, best-selling author, and co-founder of the Ascension Academy of Light. None of that was chance. None of that happened by chance. I cannot say anything in my life happened by chance, right? There was work behind it. There were countless hours of meditation. There was meditation since I was a child. There was a lot of studies, a lot of years of studies, a lot of focus, a lot of determination. Now, did some things happen by seeming chance? It looks like chance, but no. And that's for everybody. You don't land in your position by chance. No one lands in a position by chance. They put in work, whether it's mental work by belief or thinking over or putting themselves in positions where they do things like volunteer, which I did in my life. I volunteered at the Agape International Spiritual Center as a music messenger, as a in the choir, as a volunteer, right, and an usher, and all of those things went into me being able to step into being a spiritual practitioner and being able to step into leading, right? So everyone will do work, and I'm not speaking of myself only here as an example, because there are many ways this could happen. But if you look through life and you see everyone as they are and when they get to a position of where they'd like to be, there was a journey there, and that journey did take some work. Right? So understand that whether it's mental, whether it's physical, you're gonna do some work. You're gonna move energy in some way that leads you towards being there. So you know what they say. I heard a funny thing the other day. I just want to say this to you, so you can hear it and have a little laugh with me on this as well. I heard it on a movie. It said, you know, when life gives you lemons, just pucker up and eat that bad boy, right? When life gives you lemons, just pucker up and eat that lemon. I'm not saying that. I just think it's funny, right? Lemons and lemonade sounds a lot better. But the point is mainly this: don't be afraid to do the work that's necessary, right? The work that's necessary is only necessary because you make it necessary. So then jump on it joyfully. Do it, and you'll find that in you, that power grows, that strength grows. That is the very means for the expression of your gift or your goal, right? So I'm not saying be all down in the dredges and just be like grinding hard, grind smart. Get people who've already done it, get experience of people who've already done it. Like us, we've already done it and we're here in this way right now. Liaise with us, right? And move forward and get the insight and the knowledge that moves you forward quicker. Okay? So, beautiful connecting. And I'm happy that we had the chance to do this today. We'll chat soon again. I'm on the run today. Eternal love and infinite peace.